Hi everyone. So, before we start, a very happy Women's Day to all the warrior queens out there. You guys are fantastic. And actually, to celebrate the Women's Day, we have a warrior in our midst right now, Dr. Neha ma'am. As you all know, your very own dear Dr. Neha ma'am, a person who has actually managed to have two postgraduates, Opthal and Gynae, Obs Gynae, and still managed to run a fantastic family, be a wonderful faculty, and of course, a motivator and influencer, and of course, a family maker of all. So, we are here today to actually discuss her story, and I do believe that with me, each one of you as a viewer are going to be motivated, inspired, because let me tell you, friends, that it is the story is just awesome. So, ma'am, again, a very happy Women's Day to you.
Thank you so much.
मैम वी आर एक्चुअली गोइंग टू कीप द सेशन ऑन वेरी पॉइंट. ठीक है ना, कोई हम लोग वो नहीं करेंगे, लंबी बात नहीं खींचेंगे, बट आई डू बिलीव दैट as a person who has managed to have two postgraduates, now this is a latter part of the story. Now we need to know what was your start. I mean, how as a female, you as a female student, how you were motivated to get into the medical world. Okay,
Yes.
and I mean, it's long back at that point of time. Students of females were mostly pushed into commerce or humanities. Taking science at that point of time, I mean, we were just discussing this point. At that time, was considered a very drastic step. Okay, a bold step. Let me tell you. So at that point of time, I think 10th, right, 9th or 10th. What motivated you to get into science?
Yeah, so you reminded me of my old days, and I am, whenever I talk about it, I think about it. I become quite emotional. I was always good at studies, and my father had a hope from me. So he used to say that you should be a IAS officer, something like this. And we used to have the magazine at that time called as Competition Success. So that year, there was a female who was posted on that, and he said, "Ki Neha, I want you to be like this." And I was, very very puzzled up because I was not interested in that field. It was not that I could not qualify that, and I told my father that I don't want to broke your heart, but I don't have any interest in that field. And he said, then what? I said that I want to actually become a doctor, and I always have a personal interest in serving the humanity in that sort. So but he had a severe doubt. He said ki that is a very very long tenure, and at that time they were not very comfortable sending the females to such a long course because they had that marriage institution in their mind. And he said that it's a pretty long thing, 5.5 years in that, and then you'll do PG and 3 years in that, and then I can send you, and it's better you take maths. And I was, I did not take dinner for 2 days, and he said ki no, you have to take maths. Then I somehow convinced him that I'll take both. What if I take both? So he said, then how will you manage with both? So I said ki in either case I have the maths na. This is on me that I'll take bio also, and let's try my luck once. My journey of taking two things actually started that time only. And I carry on with my maths also. I carried on with my bio also for a good long time. And then suddenly one day I was shattered into tears, and I said, Papa, I don't want to be anything else other than the MBBS. And if you want me, I can continue, but it's taking a toll, and I have to go for maths also and bio also, and it's taking my toll. And that day you could see a doctor in me. I said, okay. And I felt na जैसे वो अमरीश पुरी ने छोड़ दिया था काजोल का कि जी लो अपनी जिंदगी. And he said, okay, जी लो अपनी जिंदगी, and you go on with the bio. And that is how actually I got into bio. And I remember that day when the results were announced, and it was only my father. Actually, he did not take anybody else. He said, only I will go and see the results. And it was he who gave me this news that actually I was selected to MBBS. Yeah.
So, ma'am, when you joined MBBS, okay. So now we are into the undergraduate days. So, ma'am, when you joined MBBS, okay, so this is little bit of a dark question. I am sure it was not an easy task.
Yes.
Okay, even I mean at a lot later point, you could see a little bit of discrimination okay, so if we are actually calling the females warriors, there should be a fight that we should describe. So right now we are going to discuss that fight. And come on, let's not put a blindfold on our eyes. There is a small, at some level, there's always a discrimination. So did you actually encounter any such scenario, or did you feel that okay, as a female you are being discriminated against?
A little bit, I can say, not exactly, but yes, as a female, we have to face certain challenges. Like it starts from the dissection hall itself. Boys can crowd up over the tables and they can see everything, and we, as a timid girls, we are not able to see anything. And that time, you have to really struggle. Then they are good at making, good friends at their seniors, and the seniors used to, help us, and had a partiality over them, and they used to see the things earlier. They used to know most of the things before even going there. And when it started with our clinical postings, we had, issue, because I was a day scholar, and we had to go, to and fro. I had to make daily. And that time, I had started driving, but my father was a little, possessive about it, and he did not want to send me alone that time. So we had a struggle that whether I should actually prioritize that safety issues with my parents, or we have to just focus on a medical field. When, as a boy, you are growing, you have more of wings, and you are being given more of wings. But when, as a female, you are growing, but your, wings are even cut off, and you have so many limitations at that time. And even, they had this thing in mind that the moment the girl enters her UG, they start seeing the marriage proposals. So I was thinking in terms of the my career, how can I progress there? And they were thinking that about the marriage alliances, and that actually, disturbs a lot. Obviously, distraction is there, and that became a major barrier, I think.
So again, as I just told you back, that this was a little bit of a dark side of the story. And I do believe that even if you're staying in a hostel, I mean, the moment a girl steps out, I mean, if you see her go party, there will be always rumors going on for her
Yes.
character, even if she is a hardworking, dedicated girl, and I mean, she has just gone to a party. Okay, people will start making rumors that ye hai, wo hai. So kahin na kahin pe, I mean, maybe this is the thing that we need to stop in the upcoming time. Everyone in this world is actually free to do so whatever they want, and we as people are no one to comment on their character, on their dedication, or their hard work. So whether it's Women's Day or not, if you find a girl, respect her, treat her as you would do for your sister or your mother, and see her with the same kind of respect. That is the biggest gift you can give to the whole
Yes, I think every day should be a
women world.
Women's Day. We should not have one
Actually,
day celebrated as the Women's Day.
so it was pretty normal even back during my hostel days, that I mean, this was normal. I mean, you see a girl wearing a short cloth, and immediately the guys used to pass lewd comments. They used to, I mean,
Bully her or something.
actually, and the seniors, I mean, the seniors used to start this thing that okay, ye to, I mean, usko thoda loose character hai, and they used to use these kind
Yeah,
of
they
things.
take these girls for granted. They can say anything about.
So this is the thing that needs to be stopped. And for all the people who are actually listening from the college life itself, start respect. I mean, I do hope that you respect your female counterparts, your female peers, because at that end of the day, they are going to be they are someone's daughter, they are someone's sister, and they are going to be someone's wife. I mean, in the upcoming time. So respect them as you would respect a female idol. So, ma'am, moving on to your postgraduate days. So
Yes.
basically, let me tell you guys that ma'am is a double postgraduate, a very very rare thing, and a very hard, I mean, very difficult thing nowadays, of course. And she's a postgraduate in opthal as well as obs and gynae. So ma'am, okay, so the moment you entered, I mean, you completed your undergraduate, I'm sure your family must have put a lot of pressure for you to get married. And
Yes.
as I believe that you got married during your postgraduate days,
Yes.
not before, I mean, before the completion part,
Before
right?
before the completion.
So
Yes.
I mean, that's the time that you could hold your family off. लेकिन
Yeah.
मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ that how did you manage to get into another postgraduate?
Yeah.
after getting married? Because that's a very difficult thing.
Yeah, actually, what happened when I started with my internship, even that time, like my parents were hellbound ki now you should get married. Like class or profs are over, classes are over, and families consider interns to be a full-fledged doctor, but we know from inside that we don't know anything at that time. So I said, ki, see, this is my promise. The moment I get my seat, I'll start seeing the alliances, but before that, I won't. So they say, okay. And the moment I received this seat in ophthalmology, they started seeing the alliances, and within 6 months, I got married. Then the other tragedy was that even, I conceived next year, and that was like doing two pgs at a time when you are pregnant also, and your final exams are there. And suddenly what happens, your professors also becomes against you, because they never want female pgs, simple for the reason that they'll marry, and they'll go into the mat leave and all. So earlier I was quite good, and they were quite happy, and I was even given the best pg award first years. My srs and professors were very happy. But when then they came to know about this, now they suddenly changed their moods, and now they were not so happy. But one thing is that I always take these things to be as a challenges. So whatever you are not able to do now, do them twice and show the word. And I think biggest revenge is the massive success. So I took it as a challenge, and I said that what if I am conceived now, I've got two energies, two lucks are there with me, and that actually worked for me. And I got a gold medal in my ophthalmology, that's how. But by the time I was fortunate enough to meet my husband, and he's actually pediatrician. So he wanted me to get into obs and gynae, and he said that I don't have any doubt that you can do it. And actually, we will have a good combination if I'm a pediatrician and you go into that. So that was, again a second challenge in my life, and I never step back to accept challenges, and that is how actually I went for my obs and gynae one.
I think it's a very inspiring story. But guys, the difficulty, the wars, the fights do not end at this point of time. Let me tell you that, I mean, I have been in the industry now for last 5 years now, and I know how difficult PG coaching is. I mean, you might be thinking that you know the whole book by heart, any book, but convincing a person sitting in front of you that you know the subject and making him understand, that's hell of a task. I've seen so many people, I mean, professors from such a fine institutions coming up here and fail because the students would not accept them as their faculty. But if ma'am has done that, consider this third post graduation itself. So the transition from a doctor to a faculty.
Yeah.
So how did you manage that?
Yeah, actually, I think this is, some people are born leaders and some are made leaders. So, somewhere deep in my heart, I was having a passion for teaching. I used to even, teach my colleagues also. They, whenever they have some problem in the books, they used to come with me to me. And one of my faculty said that, Neha, you could be a good teacher. And I cannot tell you, I always cry whenever I remember that event, because I was not happy with his comment. And I said, sir, you should not have said this. I want to be a clinician, I want to be a doctor, and you are saying that I am a good teacher. But he said, no, I can see a good teacher in you, and you have that capacity to teach the students. And somehow, one day, I think this was the destiny, I got a call that there was an urgent need of an ophthalmologist. And I did not take a class even once before that. And I said, no sir, I have not taken even one class, I don't know what to teach. He said that this is a topic you have to go through, whatever you know, just go and speak. And I said, okay, because I always want to help the people. And I said, okay. And I I just go and I started whatever I know, and I tried my best to explain. And I was burst into tears when I saw the reviews of the students. He said that, ma'am, you have something in you, you need to get a proper chance, otherwise, we will lose a good faculty. and I could not believe my eyes, I could not believe my ears that these students have written. And that day I thought that yes, I think if I am not going to teach, I am missing something. And rest is history. You know that.
So, ma'am, I think we both started our careers in, I mean, here, I think
Yes,
together. So I
yes,
have seen you grow from a person who took single class to actually now influencing so many students on a daily basis. So I
yes.
think you are a true example of a warrior queen. So respect and salute. And I think to all the people who are watching this video, uh, first of all, have very happy Women's Day to all our female viewers. You are doing rocking things and you are great. You are fabulous. So don't let any challenge stop you. You have seen the perfect example standing in front of you. You have to battle some things on a daily basis, and trust me, you are going to come out as a winner. And to all the guys watching this, respect every woman standing in front of you. From 8 to 80, they are, I mean, they are females and they deserve respect from the bottom of your heart. So, ma'am, if you can end this session with a beautiful message.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, I will say that he is a perfect example, and I have seen him favoring the female faculties. Matlab, respect to him and his gesture. And very less often I do see this, that the people like him. I think there's a common N factor we have, and that he is actually, respecting everybody a lot. And I would just say that every woman is actually perfect in her own way, so don't try to copy somebody. If you are a woman, I think you are already perfect. And if God has created you and given you a chance, you are a blessing to everybody, and try to actually spread this blessing and keep on motivating others. Thank you, and I think it was great talking to you.
Great, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time. Guys, follow your dreams, achieve greatness. Bye bye and take care.
Thank you.